All right, guys, here we are, the last and final example problem, number 3. We're looking at the equation x squared minus 6x plus 9 is equal to 0. So we're going to start off, as we have been for the last couple of examples, by labeling our a, b, and c values. It's always important just to get these jotted down on the side, just so that way we are organizing our work and we're not really losing a step anywhere. So our discriminant helps us to determine the number of solutions that we're going to have or that an equation produces. In this case, our discriminant also helps us with simplifying what's underneath the radical in our quadratic formula. So our discriminant is the value of b squared minus 4ac, right? Where b squared is negative 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 9. Okay, negative 6 squared is positive 36. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 times 9 is negative 36. So therefore, 36 minus 36 is 0. Now, when we have that value of 0, it's not positive and it's not negative. It's just 0. 0 has its own special value, which means it's going to mimic that in the quadratic formula. Okay, just like we've been talking about, we dove a little bit into discriminant last night in the ed puzzle. We're going to dive more into the discriminant tomorrow for homework, but we do know that when we have that value of 0, in the example problem from the ed puzzle the other night, we only got one solution. So let's see if it happens again. So here we're going to look at x is equal to the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2 times a. X is equal to positive 6, right? The opposite of 6, plus or minus the square root of 0 all over 2 times 1. Well, the square root of 0 is just 0. So we're left with x is equal to 6 plus or minus 0 over 2. Now, can we add or subtract 0? Yeah, of course, but what we're going to notice if you choose to do that is that you still get the same exact value. 6 plus 0 is still 6. 6 minus 0 is still 6. So actually, x is just equal to 6 over 2, which we know reduces down. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So therefore, our one and only solution for this example problem is that x is equal to 3. Now, in the next part of this worksheet, these practice problems, we discovered the other day that there are so many different ways that we can solve a quadratic equation. We can use the square root method, we can use completing the square, we can solve by factoring, and now we can use the quadratic formula. So your job for number 4 is to use the same equation in number 3, x squared minus 6x plus 9 is equal to 0. That's the same exact equation. And our job is now to solve by factoring. When we solve by factoring, do you think you're going to get the same solutions? In fact, when you do solve by factoring, do you get the same solutions? And you can go ahead and circle your answer for yes or no. All right. We hope you guys enjoyed these asynchronous videos for today. It's great to always check your work and just make sure you're following along correctly. And we will see you in class on Thursday. Goodbye.